Life has a way of pulling us into its daily storms, making even the smallest of problems feel like towering mountains. But today, we're about to introduce a mindset that could shift the way you navigate life's ups and downs. A simple rule that can help keep your focus where it truly matters. It's called the 5x5 rule. If it won't matter 5 years from now, don't spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it. Let's be honest, most of us get stuck fretting over the tiniest setbacks because they seem manageable in the moment. We cling to these small frustrations because they give us a sense of control, as if obsessing over them might somehow change the outcome. But the truth is, many of these worries are beyond our influence. Think about it. When was the last time you let a minor inconvenience hijack your whole day? Picture this. You wake up late, traffic is a mess, and you're rushing, frustrated, and cursing yourself for hitting snooze one too many times. You're stuck in a sea of cars, mentally beating yourself up. Why didn't I set an extra alarm? Why did I stay up late watching that extra episode? The reality is you can't control the traffic, only your response to it. 5 years from now, will being late this one morning even cross your mind? Unlikely. It's moments like these where we need to remind ourselves, don't let a temporary problem cast a shadow over your day. The more time you devote to trivial worries, the less space there is for life's joys. Our minds often inflate issues far beyond their actual importance. Giving a small annoyance more than 5 minutes of our time is a decision to let it linger longer than it deserves. Acknowledge your emotions, whether it's anger, sadness, or frustration. But remember, minor setbacks don't merit prolonged attention. Emotional responses are natural and healthy, but when we let them consume our thoughts, we're giving them a power they don't deserve. Here's the science behind it. Your brain's hippocampus, responsible for memory and learning, is sensitive to stress. When you're constantly anxious or frustrated, your brain releases chemicals that shrink this critical part of your mind. Over time, this can make it harder to remember positive experiences because your brain starts prioritizing stressful or threatening memories instead. It's a sneaky process that can keep you trapped in a cycle of negativity, where worries seem bigger than they are and good times fade into the background. When we get frustrated, our brains respond as if we're facing a real threat. Neurotransmitters flood our system, tightening muscles and preparing us for a fight that isn't even there. The burst of energy has to go somewhere, and if we don't recognize the actual cause of our frustration, we might end up misdirecting it at others or at ourselves. This is where the 5x5 rule comes in. By giving yourself a quick check, you can regain control before your mind spirals. Will that argument, minor mistake, or bad grade truly impact your life 5 years from now? Most of us have been through experiences that at the time felt like the end of the world, a breakup that shattered us, a failed project that seemed like a career ender. Yet here you are, still standing, still moving forward. Whatever worries you carried back then are likely nothing more than a faded memory now. So, if it won't matter down the road, don't let it weigh you down today. Now, there are moments when what's happening now could indeed shape your life years from now. In such cases, don't ignore the situation. Write down a couple of steps you can take to address it. When we're overwhelmed by worry, it's often because we feel powerless. But even a small action can start to ease that feeling. It won't make the problem vanish overnight, and that's okay. What it will do is clarify your thoughts and give you a path forward. Once you've set your plan, let the worry go. You owe it to yourself to live in peace, to enjoy the present moment without carrying unnecessary weight. If something isn't adding value to your life, it doesn't belong in your thoughts. So, next time stress starts to creep in, ask yourself, will this still matter 5 years from now? If not, then it's time to release it from your mind's grip. It's a small shift that can bring a big change in how you experience life.